Every year, British drivers spend billions of pounds on SUVs that are already worth half what they paid before the first service is due, cost more to insure than a small flat, and generate repair bills the purchase price never warned about. The warranty-wise actuaries know which ones. The insurance underwriters know. The dealer finance departments know, which is exactly why they are in the showroom window. Here are the 10 SUVs currently destroying British wallets, and 3 that prove the opposite is possible. Number 10. The Vauxhall Mokka, 2021 onwards. The Mokka was relaunched in 2021 as the bold, stylish answer to the Nissan Juke and Ford Puma. The styling was a genuine step forward. The platform underneath it was not. The Honest John Satisfaction Index for 2026 places the Vauxhall Mokka third from bottom in reliability across the entire UK car market. The Vauxhall Corsa sits last. The Mokka sits third from last. Both share the same Stellantis badge. Both share the same engineering culture that produced both results. The specific financial trap of the Mokka is the combination: a striking-looking SUV at an apparently competitive price, with a reliability record that begins generating repair bills on a schedule that no one in the showroom mentioned. The car photographs well. The depreciation and repair profile over 3 years photographs less well. At a similar price, a Kia Sportage comes with a 7-year warranty and a top-tier reliability record. At the same price as a Mokka, that is not a minor footnote. That is the entire decision. Number 9. The Ford Kuga PHEV, 2020 to 2022. The Ford Kuga PHEV was sold as the sensible middle ground between full electric and traditional petrol. It was the plug-in hybrid that let you drive on electric for short trips and revert to petrol for longer ones. It was presented as environmentally responsible and financially practical. What car? Reliability data for 2026 shows the Kuga PHEV among the higher fault rates in the family SUV category. The specific problem with plug-in hybrids that most buyers encounter is they rarely get plugged in. Research published in 2024 found that a significant proportion of PHEV owners do not charge their vehicles regularly, meaning they drive a heavy petrol car that is carrying battery weight it is not using. That returns real-world fuel economy significantly below the figures used to justify the purchase price. The Kuga PHEV cost more to buy than the standard petrol Kuga. It costs more to maintain. It delivers worse real-world fuel economy than the marketing implied if the battery is not regularly charged. The 3-year total cost of ownership calculation, run honestly, rarely supports the premium. Number 8. The Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, PHEV 2021 to 2023. The Eclipse Cross PHEV was positioned as the premium Mitsubishi, a step toward electrification at a price point around £35,000 new. The PHEV badge carried the same promises as the Kuga: reduced running costs, lower emissions, and tax advantages. The Eclipse Cross suffered the same real-world problem as every PHEV on this list. The fuel economy advantage disappears the moment the battery is not charged. But the Eclipse Cross added a second problem. Mitsubishi's UK dealer network has contracted significantly in recent years. For owners managing a PHEV fault outside a warranty period, finding a qualified specialist and sourcing parts has become a meaningful and expensive complication. The Eclipse Cross depreciated significantly as Mitsubishi's market presence in Britain declined. A car that was £35,000 new is now available used at a fraction of that price. The parts and servicing costs did not depreciate with it. Number 7. The BMW X5, 2014 to 2018. The BMW X5 enters the used market at prices that look manageable for a premium large SUV. £20,000 to £25,000 for a vehicle with the presence and badge of a flagship BMW. The purchase price logic is sound. The total cost of ownership logic is different. Warranty-wise, data consistently places the BMW X5 in a high average repair cost bracket for SUVs its size and age. Suspension components on the air suspension variants are expensive and fail with regularity. Timing chain issues on certain engine variants have generated a consistent pattern of four-figure repair bills for owners outside the warranty period. Transfer box and differential work on four-wheel drive variants adds further exposure. The X5 buyer at £20,000 is purchasing a premium experience at a non-premium price. They are not purchasing a premium maintenance bill at a non-premium price. That second document arrives later. Number 6. The Mercedes GLE, 2015 to 2019. The Mercedes GLE is the large premium SUV that promises to do everything. 7 seats, air suspension, MBUX infotainment, a three-pointed star visible from a distance that communicates a specific thing about its owner's understanding of value. The Honest John Satisfaction Index places Mercedes near the bottom of the premium brands for owner satisfaction. The GLE's air suspension system, when it fails outside warranty, generates bills that Mercedes dealers quote without visible discomfort. The infotainment system, which was cutting edge in 2015, has aged in a way that the exterior has not, creating a cabin experience that does not match the external expectation. The third row of seats, which was central to the purchase case for many buyers, folds away most of the time. It is paid for permanently. Number 5. The Nissan Juke, 2011 to 2019, original generation. The original Juke started a design conversation that British roads have been having ever since. In 2011, it was genuinely unlike anything else on sale. That distinction has not protected its owners from what followed. What car? Reliability data for 2026 shows the petrol-engined original Juke among the worst performers for repair cost severity. 60% of faults documented in the survey cost more than £1,500 to fix. Only 30% of faults were repaired under warranty at no cost to the owner. The original Juke populates the affordable used car market in volume. That is the trap. A £3,000 Juke with a transmission problem requires the same fix as a £10,000 one. The repair bill does not consult the purchase price before arriving. Many Juke owners discover this during the same month. If you are nodding along and you want to know which 3 SUVs are genuinely worth buying, subscribe now before we get to the top 4. The cars at numbers 4, 3, 2, and 1 are all from the same family. And combined, their owners are generating more in warranty claims than any other brand in the UK market. Number 4. The Range Rover Evoque, plug-in hybrid, 2020 to 2023. The Evoque plug-in hybrid brings together two separate sources of financial exposure and presents them as a premium product. Land Rover reliability, documented at the bottom of every major UK survey, combines with plug-in hybrid complexity that multiplies the number of systems that can fail and the cost when they do. Warranty-wise, 2026 places the Evoque in the bottom 10 most unreliable used cars in Britain. The average warranty claim cost across Land Rover's bottom 10 models exceeds £2,000 per incident. The maximum single claim in the entire warranty-wise dataset for 2026 was £44,401, and it was on a Land Rover Discovery Sport. The Evoque shares a family tree. In certain London, Birmingham, and Manchester postcodes, Range Rover Evoque insurance premiums have reached levels that make the vehicle effectively unaffordable to run, regardless of its purchase price. Theft statistics do not negotiate with postcodes. At £45,000 new, the Evoque plug-in hybrid is among the most expensive entries into the least reliable premium SUV range in Britain. The plug-in hybrid badge adds cost at the point of purchase and complexity at every service interval thereafter. Number 3. The Range Rover Velar, 2017 to 2023. The Velar is a genuinely beautiful machine. Pininfarina could not have done the exterior better. The interior, particularly in higher specifications, is exceptional in a way that photographs cannot fully capture. Warranty-wise, 2026 places it in the bottom 10 most unreliable used cars in the United Kingdom. The Velar sits alongside 4 other Land Rover models in Warranty-wise's bottom 10. Average repair costs across the Land Rover models in the bottom 10 exceed £2,000 per claim. The Velar attracts a buyer who is paying specifically for design and prestige. The premium does not stop at the showroom. It continues into every electrical fault, every air suspension compressor, and every software update that requires a dealer visit. There is a version of the Velar ownership experience that works. It requires a lengthy warranty, a nearby Land Rover specialist who inspires confidence, and a budget that accommodates the unexpected. The buyer who had all 3 when they purchased is fine. The buyer who had the car and not the rest is in the middle of a different experience. Number 2, the Range Rover Sport, 2013 to 2022. The Range Rover Sport is the most stolen car in the United Kingdom. Not one of the most stolen. The most stolen, according to DVLA data published in 2025. Insurance premiums for Range Rover Sport owners in certain postcodes in London, Birmingham, and Manchester have reached annual figures that would not look unusual as a mortgage payment. Insurers in some areas have declined to quote at all. The theft statistics have rendered the car financially unviable to own, regardless of its mechanical condition, in a meaningful number of locations. Warranty-wise, 2026 places the Range Rover Sport in the bottom 10 for reliability. It sits alongside the Velar, the Discovery Sport, and the Defender in a brand family that accounts for 5 of Britain's 10 least reliable used SUVs. The Sport says something specific about its owner. What it says about their bank balance is a sentence it does not finish. Number 1. The Land Rover Discovery, 2004 to 2020. The Land Rover Discovery scored 17.2 out of 100 in the Warranty-wise 2026 Reliability Index. Toyota's Yaris scored 89.2. The Discovery sits at the bottom of a ranking built on 1.6 million real UK repair data points. The most expensive single warranty claim in the entire Warranty-wise 2026 dataset, £44,401, was on a Land Rover Discovery Sport. Not a full Range Rover, not a Defender. A Discovery Sport. The family shares the engineering culture that produced that invoice. 5 Land Rover models appear in Warranty-wise's bottom 10 for 2026. This is not one bad model. This is a brand family with a documented systematic reliability problem across 5 separate vehicles. The Discovery has genuine capability. It can reach places that no other SUV on this list would attempt. The Warranty-wise data says that capability comes at a cost. The purchase price does not advertise. If you are buying a Land Rover Discovery for road use in Britain, you are buying the most expensively maintained used SUV in the country. The data was available before signing. Most people did not look at it. Number 3. The Dacia Duster, 2018 onwards. The Duster scores 79 out of 100 in the Warranty-wise 2026 Reliability Index for SUVs. What car? Confirmed that Dacia fixed all of its faults at no cost to owners in their survey. The Duster starts under £17,000 new. The 5-year warranty is standard. The cost of ownership per mile is among the lowest of any SUV available in Britain. Motoring journalists condescend to it. The people who bought it and kept the money they did not spend on repairs make no comment. Number 2. The Kia Sportage HEV 2022 onwards. Kia offers a 7-year warranty, 100,000-mile warranty. No other mainstream manufacturer in Britain matches that. A warranty is a financial bet the manufacturer places against the car failing. 7 years is the longest bet available. The Sportage scores 78 out of 100 in the Warranty-wise Reliability Index. What car? 2026 places it in the top tier of family SUV reliability. The Sportage costs more than a Duster. It costs significantly less over 5 years than anything on the top 10. Number 1. The Toyota RAV4 Hybrid from 2019 onwards. 5% fault rate. All faults are fixed free. It was in the top 10 according to WarrantyWise in 2026. It retained 55% of its value at 3 years, compared with 28 to 30% for the bottom of this list. The hybrid system has been in production since 1997. The failure rate reflects the maturity. The RAV4 Hybrid costs more to buy than the cars at the bottom of this list, but it costs less to own than 3 of them. Subscribe if this found you. Every week we go through the numbers that the showroom is hoping you never run before you sign.